Hello and welcome to this video tutorial showing Teamsite support for framework-agnostic web component development. Teamsite CE 23.2 enhances the way single-page applications or modules are used by extending this feature to enable the inclusion of multiple modules from different frameworks on the same page. This feature will enable developers to create interactive experiences using languages, frameworks, and tools with which they are most familiar. Developers can create applications using front-end frameworks such as Angular, React.js, Vanilla.js, etc. Once built, these JavaScript applications can be imported into Teamsite as web components or modules, either through an API, CLI, or manually uploaded. An OTTS CLI tool was made available with this release. It is an NPM module to be used for uploading JavaScript applications as modules into Teamsite. More information can be found at npmjs.com. In addition, simple code examples were created and provided on GitHub to demonstrate for developers how to make JavaScript applications created with different technologies available as web components that can then be used on Teamsite pages. You can find these examples on github.com/opentext/teamsite, where you can download the code as a zip file. Let's demonstrate how to build these applications, then use them in a Teamsite page. I have already downloaded the zip file. Start by unzipping the file into a folder. I like to use Visual Studio Code for my development. Open the newly imported folder. Here are 3 examples of decoding India pin codes, which are similar to US zip codes. One is written in Angular, the other in React, and the last in Vanilla.js. Let's start with the Angular pin code. Let's build this pin code. Let's run this Angular application to see how it looks. It's working. Now it is time to install the new OTTS CLI tool to prepare importing this application into Teamsite. Notice a new file is created. We need to update this file with Teamsite information. Let's check out Teamsite instance. When we import our applications into Teamsite, it should show up in here as a module. Let's copy Teamsite URL. Back to VS Code, set the Teamsite URL, provide a name, we need to find the build directory. Here is the build directory. For the destination directory, we can use a slash. Set auto submit to true. Now let's save the file and use OTTS CLI to import it into Teamsite. Notice the creation of the Angular module zip file, which should be in Teamsite by now. Switch to Teamsite. Here is the new Angular module in Teamsite. Let's do the same for both React and Vanilla.js examples. To see the React application in a browser, we need to comment out a line of code. In app.js, comment out this line and save. Now let's run this application. It is working good. Reverse the comment and save. Time to install the OTTS CLI tool here also. Again, notice the module system config file created. We need to update this file like we did for Angular application. In fact, let's get the content from Angular and adjust for React. Adjust the name. The other difference is the build directory. Time to use the OTTS CLI to import the application in Teamsite. Again, notice the creation of the React module file, which was imported and submitted successfully in Teamsite. Let's do the last application, which is Vanilla.js. To see this application in a browser, select index.html and run. This one is working also. Let's install the OTTS CLI tool. Let's edit the module system config file. I'll get the content from one of the other two files. Adjust the name. The build directory is the current directory, so we'll use a dot. Let's import the app into Teamsite. The app imported successfully. We can see all three modules available for use. Let's create a page and use all of them at once. Create a new page. Add all these new modules in this page. Click Preview. Time to check each one of them. As you can see, Teamsite CE 23.2 supports framework-agnostic web component development. Software developers have the freedom to build JavaScript applications using their preferred frameworks, IDE, and tools. Using OTTS CLI, which provides rapid development experience, developers can import and submit these applications as modules in Teamsite. Later, business users or marketers can add these modules as web component to templates or pages to fit their site designs and provide personalized experiences. This feature opens up Teamsite to endless possibilities and provides the flexibility to switch or replace technologies as needed to ensure business requirements and security needs are maintained.